Hello everybody, welcome to my channel.
Peaches Geldof, a brief but impactful life in the public eye. Peaches Honeyblossom Geldof, March 13, 1989 to April 7, 2014, was a British journalist, television presenter, and model whose life and career captured widespread public attention from an early age. Born into a family of prominent figures in entertainment and philanthropy, she grew up under intense media scrutiny, yet managed to carve out her own identity in fashion, journalism, and television before her untimely passing at the age of 25. Early life and family background. Peaches Geldof was born in London, the second daughter of Bob Geldof, the Irish musician and Live Aid co-founder, and Paula Yates, a television presenter. Her childhood, though privileged, was fraught with emotional upheaval, particularly after her parents' separation in 1995 and her mother's death in 2000. These early experiences shaped much of her worldview and played a significant role in her later writing, where she often explored themes of identity, loss, and growing up in the spotlight. Peaches was educated at Queen's College in London before briefly studying at Goldsmiths, University of London. However, she quickly shifted her attention to media and writing, fields where she naturally felt at home. Early career in journalism, displaying a strong interest in writing from a young age. Peaches began contributing articles to newspapers and magazines while still a teenager. She wrote for publications such as Elle Girl, The Guardian, and The Daily Telegraph, offering commentary on youth culture, fashion, and social trends. Her writing style was candid, often introspective, and reflective of the generational experiences of young people growing up in the early 2000s. This authenticity earned her a loyal readership and positioned her as a voice for her generation. Television and media work. During the mid-2000s, Peaches expanded her career into television. She was the focus of two documentaries for Sky, examining issues faced by young people in the UK. Her openness and natural presence on screen helped her build a recognizable public persona. She later appeared as a presenter on several British entertainment and fashion programs. Though sometimes polarizing, her media presence remained a consistent part of UK pop culture throughout her youth and early adulthood. Modeling and fashion influence. Peaches also ventured into modeling, appearing in campaigns for high-profile brands and gracing the pages of major fashion magazines. Her style, an eclectic blend of vintage influences, bohemian elements, and contemporary trends, made her a fixture at fashion events and a trendsetter among young audiences. Her involvement in fashion extended beyond modeling, as she became known for her insightful commentary on trends and her bold personal aesthetic. Personal life. Peaches married musician Thomas Cohen in 2012, and the couple had two sons, Astala and Phaedra. Motherhood profoundly influenced her, and she often spoke about her desire to break cycles of instability she had experienced in her own upbringing. Her public persona softened during these years, and many noted that she seemed to have found stability and joy in family life. Tragic death and legacy. On April 7, 2014, Peaches Geldof was found dead at her home in Wrotham, Kent. Her passing at age 25 was ruled as the result of a heroin overdose, a heartbreaking echo of her mother's death. The news shocked the British public and led to widespread conversations about addiction, mental health, and the pressures of growing up in the public eye. Despite her short life, Peaches left a meaningful impact on media and youth culture. She is remembered as a talented writer, a compelling media personality, and a loving mother whose struggles highlighted the human cost of fame and personal trauma. Conclusion. Peaches Geldof's life was a tapestry of creativity, vulnerability, and resilience. Though marked by tragedy, her contributions to journalism, fashion, and youth culture continue to resonate. Her story remains a reminder of the complexities behind public figures and the importance of compassion when engaging with lives lived in the spotlight. Peaches Geldof. A life of talent, turbulence, and transformation. Growing up in the shadow of fame from her very first years, Peaches Geldof was surrounded by cameras, headlines, and public fascination. As the daughter of two iconic British media personalities, the world watched her grow up, sometimes with admiration, other times with invasive scrutiny. Her early life was anything but ordinary. She and her sisters, Fifi and Pixie, often appeared on red carpets or in magazine features highlighting the Geldof Yates family. Yet behind the glamorous veneer, Peach's childhood was marked by emotional complexity. Paula Yates' struggles with drug addiction and her turbulent relationship with Michael Hutchence left profound imprints on the family. Peaches, who was intensely close to her mother, spoke openly about how deeply Paula's death affected her. The loss became a permanent thread in Peach's public narrative, one she both embraced and attempted to transcend. A distinctive voice in youth journalism, what set Peaches apart from many other celebrity children was her genuine ability as a writer. She possessed a sharp observational style and a surprising maturity in her early articles. Her pieces often discussed teenage life and peer pressure, fashion as a form of self-expression, social anxieties and insecurities, the complicated experience of fame. Her essay-style columns for Elle Girl were particularly popular, as they conveyed a raw honesty that resonated with young readers who saw in Peaches a version of themselves navigating adulthood's confusing landscape. Unlike many celebrity columns, hers felt real, grounded in personal experience rather than curated image. Television work and youth culture exploration. Peaches' two Sky documentaries, Peaches Geldof, Teen America, 2005, and Peaches Geldof, Teenage Mind, 2005, explored subcultures and social issues affecting young people. She interviewed teens dealing with identity, crime, and peer influence, approaching them with openness and empathy. Her hosting gigs, including appearances on ITV2 and other entertainment platforms, showcased her charisma and spontaneity. She was often praised for her natural on-screen presence, even as the tabloid press sometimes focused more on her appearance or nightlife than her actual work. Reinvention through motherhood. Peach's marriage to Thomas Cohen marked a pivotal shift in her life. Entering her mid-20s, she seemed determined to find stability and create the kind of nurturing home she felt she lacked growing up. Motherhood changed her profoundly. She embraced domestic life, frequently sharing wholesome, affectionate glimpses into her family routine. She became dedicated to natural parenting practices, expressing deep attachment to her sons. She publicly addressed how motherhood had grounded her and given her a sense of purpose. Friends and colleagues later recalled this period as one of the happiest of her life. Peaches appeared calm, focused, and more private, stepping back from the party scene that had once defined her public image. Struggles behind closed doors. Despite outward signs of stability, Peaches continued to battle long-term emotional challenges linked to her past. Her struggles with addiction, grief, and self-image resurfaced over time. Those close to her said she fought hard to overcome them, especially for the sake of her children. Her death in 2014 was devastating not only because of her young age, but because it contrasted so sharply with the positive direction her
Bye bye, thanks for watching. Bye.